Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Peter Llewellyn. I run the services at MedComsNetworking.com and the associated websites for the global MedComs community, by which I mean people who work in and around medical education, medical communications and medical publishing. You'll find we specifically provide lots of resources at FirstMedCommsJob.com for anyone who wants to learn more about the business, including videos like this one. So today I'm delighted to be joined by Anne Clare Wadsworth, Global Business Unit Head at Envision Pharma Group. She's going to tell us more about the opportunities they provide for new starters in MedComs. So over to you, Anne Clare.
Okay, thank you, Peter. I'm going to share my screen. So if you can just confirm that you can see my main screen. Yeah, okay. So hello, everyone. I'm Anne Clare Wadsworth. It's great to be talking with so many of you after 2 months on lockdown. I'm a global business unit head with Envision Pharma Group, and I joined the MedComs industry about 20 years ago. I've done a business and marketing degree, so I don't have a scientific background, but I was introduced to GCC, which is one of the original Ashfield healthcare agencies. So I started there as an account manager and worked my way through to agency head roles. So I, tried out a variety of different roles, which I would encourage anyone to do. If you do get into an agency, really seek opportunities to, move around a little bit. Try and sort of get that experience, because it helps hugely as you develop. And then in 2016, I was approached by Envision Pharma Group to set up a completely new agency, medical communications and strategy for them, based in the Northwest Heartland. So we have an office in Wilmslow between Macclesfield and Manchester. And that was a completely new challenge for me. And growing an agency from scratch. So we're about 60 people now in Wilmslow. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about Envision. The first thing to say is that we're an employee-owned company. So even though we're relatively large now, I'll talk to you a little bit about the numbers in a moment, everybody in the business has a vested interest, which creates an incredible culture really of collaboration, because we really are working together, we're all in it together, and everybody, this was very important to the founders, that everybody benefits from the success of the company together. So Envision overall is an industry leader in technology services for medical affairs, but I'm not going to talk about that today. But this is the ETS Group, and Data Vision is a large compliance software, and that's evolved to Envision. So you can find out all about that, but I'm not going to concentrate on that. I'm just going to concentrate on the agency side of things, the different divisions we have. So like the other groups, we have a number of different divisions. We do all think of ourselves as Envision, and then the different divisions sort of just look after separate clients. So there is sort of a more a central culture, if you like, that we all support. We work with 29 of the top 30 pharma companies, and as well as a number of small boutique companies. And that's a really interesting point as well. If you're going out and talking to agencies to join, really find out about their client base, because you get a very different experience working with a major top 10 pharma company, as opposed to a small biotech that really only has one product that they're just starting out with. So the services you provide may be the same, but actually the experience of working is very different, and that's what keeps it interesting. So we have around 800 employees, 14 offices across 4 continents. So we are truly global, we're truly full service. And that allows us to support clients in medical affairs primarily. So we do have some commercial clients post-launch, but really we focus on the medical affairs side of things. So we work with clients in terms of strategy. So that's what are you going to do? Why are you going to do it? So that sort of high level strategic piece. And we've got a phenomenal group of experienced folks who you would work with as you come into an agency. You will work with those really experienced people to sort of really start thinking about the strategic piece, as well as being hands-on with the implementation. So whether that's writing publications, slide decks, organizing meetings, whatever that is. So we really run across. A really important point, particularly at the moment, is how you will deliver those things. And there has been an absolute revolution in medical communications in the last couple of months. So along with many of the sort of colleagues on the panel today, we'll always have done some level of online meeting and some level of digital delivery, but that has completely transformed in the last couple of months. So we've got a really strong, robust team who help us manage that with clients. When I think of Envision and really what sort of makes us different, I think most agencies would say this, but I see it, is that scientific excellence is at the core of everything. So there's a big focus on training and development and professional development as well. So if you're interested in medical writing, have a look at ISMAP, the International Society of Medical Professionals, and that group runs a formal qualification, CMPP, and we support all our writers in doing that if they wish. We recently expanded to welcome 9010, slightly different to the standard services we offer, because they've got expertise more on the PR side of things, behavioural change and patient advocacy, which is incredibly exciting. And already, you know, we're able to talk to our clients in a different way. And this is really testament to the entrepreneurial culture that exists. I've seen certainly within Envision is this willingness to invest in staying ahead, doing things differently. So we've brought the 9010 folks on board. And they also are working with us. We have an Envision the Patient team. So this was the thing that mattered to me hugely, is that what we do matters, and that it isn't just contained within healthcare professionals, who are obviously the core of what we're doing from an education point of view, working with clients, but actually thinking about that extended audience. And, you know, the Envision board supported us in really growing this team when there was no revenue associated with it, but a real willingness to open up communications for patients and engage with patient partners, a couple of whom I think are actually on this webinar today. So we have a Centre of Excellence teams. The other guys talked, you know, eloquently about the training groups that they have within their companies. We have the Centre of Excellence team who create dedicated pathways. So we do have a more formal pathway. So if it was a writer, for example, and this is mirrored on the project management side of things, you know, you get to round about a senior medical writer level, and it is, you know, it's not a case of square peg round hole. You can be supported to go, you know, if you're not really into managing people, or you're really interested in just sitting and writing content, or maybe you're more interested in strategic development. So there's scope for that in all of what we do, and this team makes sure that everybody has the right to that. And this is lived through the personal development plans. We have contribution planning, annual reviews, etc. So in terms of how we succeed together, I think the others talked about this as well beautifully, and I would say this is the single best piece of advice I was ever given, which is, you know, culture is everything. So, you know, these just two pictures I have, which just remind me of what Envision is to me, which is, you know, a brilliant parties. And, you know, my view is always surround yourself with the kind of people you'd want to spend time with socially, because you spend a huge amount of time together. It's incredibly stressful at times, but it's also a huge amount of fun. And we've managed to translate that into the online sphere as well, which has been, you know, amazing to see. In terms of what we look for, you know, it is relevant degrees, but also, you know, make sure that you've done other things that you can point to when you come to your interviews, because it isn't just about, you know, the degree you've got and where you got it. It really is about, you know, what else you bring, that passion for communication, the ability to build relationships is hugely important. Because you need to do that both with your clients and your internal teams. And that's what makes the difference between a good team and a great team, is how strong the relationships are in place. So you can get all the information you need from the EPG website, and that really does break down depending on role, specifically what, you know, what information you need to bring, how to apply, so that's all there. And then, yeah, thank you. So good luck in your search. And if you'd like to get in touch, then by LinkedIn or Twitter, or visit the website. Over to you, Peter. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Anne Clare. If you just lose that slide, that would be great.
Okay. Hang on, stop share.
Fantastic. So, as I say, thank you very much. For those of you watching this video, it's one of a series we recorded along with a panel discussion at our Meet the Agencies event in May 2020. And you'll find all those videos and much, much more at FirstMedCommsJob.com. So please do check that out now. Bye for now. Thank you very much, Anne Clare.